Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into game number 2 of Dignitas SeleCT and FXO LoweLy. It will be on Shakuras Plateau. So let's go ahead and get into it right now.
All right.
Oh, wait, we're not going right into it. We're waiting 7 minutes, I think. No, I'm just
Andre
kidding.
is just
I'm
trolling so hard. I mean, he knows that people want to see the games, and honestly, that is just... You know what's actually the coolest thing? I think Dignitas has one of the coolest hoodies in esports, man.
I want one.
I really like it.
I actually want one.
It's
Evil Genius
really
is a pretty
good.
nice too.
EG has a good one, too.
I actually wish teams would make more hoodies.
Team Liquid is talking about making their own hoodie. It looks super tight,
Yeah.
man. It looks so sick.
I will say Fnatic is pretty nice as well. I used to be a former professional gamer.
No bias.
No,
No bias.
they did have really, really sweet. I mixed sweet and sleek together. They had really sweet hoodies, for sure. Or windbreakers, I should say.
You know what I'm doing? I'm letting awkward silence because that's what you did to me. And now everyone's like, oh,
I know, you just let me go, man. You just let me go.
You do it to me.
I'll do it by myself. It's cool.
I love you, Andre.
I'll snap call that awkward.
Yeah, man. It was a shotgun call.
It's cool.
Yeah. Although I know you never watch football.
I don't.
Yeah. Not even the non-American version. You don't watch football at all.
No.
What sports do you watch?
I don't
man?
watch sports, dude.
You don't. You watch esports.
I watch esports.
SeleCT our red Terran. In the bottom right is going for a barracks at the top of his ramp. He is from Team Dignitas, and he is against FXO, another team that's actually had a lot of publicity. They're featuring LoweLy here. The yellows are in the top left. Now, this is Shakuras Plateau.
This is actually IMBA FXO. It's slightly different than FXO.
That's right.
FXO is Korean.
That's right.
Full Korean right now. And IMBA FXO is the European team.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that correction. Gretorp.
No problemo, amigo. You're trying to match me right now.
No, I realize my palette of languages is very limited. I don't know anything.
You know Chinese, Hungarian.
I don't know Hungarian.
Lithuanian.
Actually, Rotterdam did teach me a little bit of Dutch, but I'm not ready to practice. I'll try it for next broadcast. Why not?
I know a little bit of Russian.
Well, with the whole idea is
Spasiba.
You know a little bit of Russian?
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
I had a Russian coworker in the past. His name was Igor Zolotushko.
That was not funny at all, man.
No, I'm not joking.
Are you joking?
No,
Oh, you're being serious.
I'm serious. He was a coder.
Okay. I thought you were joking, man.
No,
Because I was like, man,
coder.
Andre, that was just terrible and racist. Or not racist, but I don't know, man. That was just really bad and offensive. But now you're being serious, man. I like that. That's cool.
The guy, me and him are really good friends, actually. Thank you very much. Because I used to work for, this mid-sized company.
Yeah, that's true. Andre used to be an actuary, so he's actually got numbers crunching all the time in his head.
Dude, I love crunching numbers. It's like my favorite pastime.
Yeah,
I crunch numbers of StarCraft all the time.
That's
I actually
true.
do my own stats and everything.
It's true, actually. And why don't we crunch some numbers here on Shakuras Plateau? We see that SeleCT actually has a pretty decent win rate. Coming up again at 58% in TVZ, but he's been struggling against LoweLy, who actually has a pretty bad win rate against Terran, but he's got SeleCT's number.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like LoweLy's build that he did last game is sort of a one-trick pony. Once that is done to your opponent, SeleCT shouldn't fall for it twice. Easily make a turret. You're okay against that infestor. Garbage. I shouldn't say garbage, but the infestor...
Sorry, man, you're being honest.
No, I mean, let's be honest. It shouldn't happen. At this level, you shouldn't be susceptible to infestors. And I know a lot of times you can forget about it, but a turret should be placed. It was kind of SeleCT's fault for not having that because I feel like it could have been a much more even game if SeleCT had that down.
To be fair, I mean, SeleCT was also trying to drop Hellions and harass with Banshee, so he's got his attention elsewhere. And LoweLy was capitalizing, and he was actually dropping that while SeleCT was trying to advance to the middle of the map. So it was kind of like a attention, again, disruptive. We were trying to say he's being really disruptive type of play from both players. So it was actually really cool.
That's definitely true. But we'll see if LoweLy is able to do anything of it. Now, it's a very different map. We have Shakuras Plateau that plays out much differently than Antigua Shipyard. Actually, do you want to go into that a little bit, or you want me to start off?
Well, I mean, you're the Terran player, and Shakuras Plateau has been around since Season 2 of Ladder. Wow, it's been a long time.
Yes.
So why don't you actually talk about it, because you're the Terran player.
All right, well, Shakuras Plateau TVZ, a lot of times what you see is this center being camped out by Terran. And it's a very easy thing to actually just take this position, and all of a sudden you have the easiest push distance to the natural, to the third. A lot of different things can be done. Now, why it's so powerful is the 4th base of LoweLy is actually very difficult to take. Where do you take it? Is it going to be over here? Is it going to be over here? And if it's in the bottom left-hand corner, then what you can do is medevac drop the bottom left, the top left, and then have your push come in from the middle. No, you're not going to do all of them at the same time, but you have these continuation strings where you can put a lot of pressure and always keep your opponent out of position, giving your units the better chance of doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
and
they...
Oh, no. And if they what?
If they expand over here, well, you have the easiest push. You just go from here to here. Easy peasy, and you kill that. No problem. What does that mean for Zerg? They have to fight for this position. If Zerg don't get this position in the mid-game, they will not be able to take their 3rd/4th base.
Yeah, it's the most open part of the map.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I feel like LoweLy has been pretty good at capitalizing on position, especially on Chica shipyards. But again, Chica's way more open in terms of that center area compared to Shakuras, because Shakuras, again, like you said, it's very easy to split in half.
Yes.
And actually, this was the map that a lot of people complained about Ghost Mech for the first time. They're saying they can split it in half, and they're like, Ghost Mech, so imba, man. But
Snipe no longer is applicable?
Well, not, well.
Well,
I feel
I
like
should say it is.
It's a lot weaker than it is, but that's a balanced discussion, as we're not really here to discuss
let's
that.
stay away from that.
SeleCT, though, I mean, during this whole time, he's actually getting a fast 3rd command center. Now, this is, again, similar to what he did in game number 2, but this time, he hasn't been pushing out in the middle of the map like he did in game number 1.
Now, I like where LoweLy is going with this. He's opted to do the double upgrades. There's different styles that you can do. A lot of times we've seen mutas come back on this map. And it's for that reason. You're trying to just clamp down on this area, utilizing the very open position, get your mutas, your zerglings, your banelings. You can just sandwich your opponent. What LoweLy is doing is saying, let me get really good upgrades, zergling upgrades, delay my opponent's 3rd, get my infestors out, try to claim this position, and then I can hopefully sweep it up with ultras or just go into that hive tech area where things are just all over the place. Stop my opponent from really gaining a lot of momentum, and I can end it early. We'll see if LoweLy is going to be successful because SeleCT, it's still in his court.
Actually,
oh, God.
SeleCT moving out here, but very nice job putting himself against the wall. But is he going to be able to kill off the rest of these Zerglings? And the answer is yes. +1 did finish right before that. Very clutch timing from SeleCT. He does have siege mode and everything, so he already has his transition planned out. But LoweLy, he is also going to try to protect his territory. He does not want to let those Marines advance.
One of the most important rules when you're going this build is do not engage unless you have 1-1. Those Zerglings are super weak, and you can see all of the development has been in the Terran. He has Stim, he has his Marines out, he has Medevacs, he has his +1. You're going against super upgraded Marines with your unupgraded Zerglings. It's really a wasted effort. I felt like he got rid of too much larva in that. Now he can't drone pump as heavily as he needs to.
Yeah, and his 3rd is pretty delayed. The Infestors do get out to the field. Oh. They do fungal the Marines. Very nice catch there. Is he going to catch him one more time? And he does. So fantastic job there by LoweLy. And look at that. He's going to drop some Infested Terrans to even add some DPS. And the most important thing is that these Medevacs were intended to kind of draw attention away from Zerg and hit their drone mineral line. And they're actually getting caught in the middle of the field. Very good job by LoweLy.
I think a little bit too much energy has been wasted on this drop. Unfortunately for SeleCT, he does lose that 1 medevac. He needs to save his other one. But, look at what this trade has done. The drone pump has started right now, right?
Yes, 14 drones was just queued
He
up.
should be already having all of his drones saturated here. He should already have his Zerglings out in the field. He should be pumping and denying this 3rd. SeleCT taking this 3rd is a pretty gigantic advantage for him. I shouldn't say pretty gigantic. It is an advantage for him. I wouldn't say gigantic. I'm going to eat my words up a little bit. But still, he's in a great position to go and play a macro game in this.
LoweLy is moving out towards SeleCT's 3rd base. It does have some fortification with the siege tank on the high ground, but LoweLy, again, realizing that he probably doesn't want to throw his Infestors and Lings away. He's actually teching to Hive at 12.5 minutes in the game, so yeah, man, talk about fast tech. But I love LoweLy's spread of the over. Look at it, map. He's got great vision everywhere. He should be able to intercept any drop, or at least catch it if it's on its way to any bases.
And here we go. SeleCT. This, oh my god, I love this play. Super positional.
Yes.
That's all he's doing. Playing a positional game. And what did I say? Clamp down on that middle. This is one of the ways that you can do that. And that's why we see LoweLy gunning it for that Hive Tech, because he needs Broodlords, he needs Ultras, that power-hitting unit to start clamping down in this open position. If he can separate, maybe if he gets Ultra, Zerglings, Infestors over here in this open area, he can hit the natural, he can hit the 3rd. It puts SeleCT in kind of a tough spot, but still, you know, it could be manageable.
Yeah, it forces him to make a decisive decision whether or not he splits his army, and it just makes it harder for Terran because they want to keep the tanks, Marines together. But it looks like SeleCT is queuing up some drops here, as he just sent them in the opposite direction. Now, this is where SeleCT excels. Loves having multiple drops working at the same time, and he's finally been able to get the center tower position, a very important position as well. So LoweLy, he sees everything, though. He's got Zerglings prepared.
And this is what I'm talking about. It's like we're watching a replay, but not. Because SeleCT is doing everything that I said in the pregame.
Yeah, this is fantastic, and he's dropping the bottom left corner. Infestors dropping Infested Terrans. But again, SeleCT getting caught by a fungal. The Marines are dying very quickly. The medevac actually died as well. So SeleCT does manage to clean up some workers here, but he's also been cleaning up overlords for the top half of the map. Now starting to work on another base.
This hatchery probably will go down. There are Zerglings. Maybe not, actually. Marines were not able to work on that long enough. The Marines in the bottom left-hand corner do get cleaned up. That does buy SeleCT a lot of time, though. Look at that supply. 171 to 128.
I mean, LoweLy's been spending a lot on tech. In fact, he got his hive and he went for Ultralisk Cavern very quickly. No Ultralisk on the way just yet. Again, getting more upgrades, so spending a lot there. But he's not been able to really get his supply out compared to SeleCT, who is moving across the map. Now, keep in mind, he has that center controlled the entire time, so LoweLy isn't aware of his exact position, but now he's starting to advance, and SeleCT's got a pretty good grip on the center of the map.
Great job with these siege tanks. He's spending a lot of APM and a lot of time making sure those siege tanks are in the best possible situation. This is a great way to eliminate infestors or infestor builds from your opponent's capacity. I mean, you can see these infestors can't push in because the siege tanks on top will just snipe them out.
Yeah, very important right now that SeleCT is just controlling the center here, because then, again, the engagement positions from LoweLy is very awkward because he's going to take fire directly into the center if he tries to close in. An Infestor is moving out Burrow, but not going to actually do anything. A scan from SeleCT indicating he wants to get aggressive here. His tanks are moving out. Again, very on creep, but SeleCT's very confident at this point. He's maxed out.
Yep, and it looks like LoweLy's maxed out too. The engagement's going to start, but no, the Zerglings are going in first. You don't want to do that. Now finally the Ultras are getting there. In the meantime, there is a drop in the top left-hand corner. These Marines are just going to town on everything in the main. Can SeleCT hold this?
SeleCT needs to hold this, because then the Ultras be able to destroy his third. That's his biggest source of income right now. As LoweLy, his Ultras are kind of chasing hopelessly after the Marines.
Man.
Great job, and SeleCT is also killing a lot of drones in the main, and now the hive and spawning pool is exposed, targeting it down. SeleCT doing exactly what he needed to do, and this is the style of play that we've been expecting.
That's perfect. SeleCT is gearing up for another push in the middle of the map, but in the meantime, these Marines are finally going to be evacuated. You can see the Ultras getting over here, but this is, oh my god, awesome. A Doom drop coming up here. He's going to go for the main? No, he's going to go for... Okay, thank you. I was really surprised. I was like, oh, man.
That's where the units went.
He should go for this fourth and third base. That would be probably the best position he could do. Of course, eliminate all the economy, and then in the meantime, do that drop in the top left-hand corner, which we do see on the mini-map is going down. These Ultras are going to give chase.
He's also dropping the main once again, going after Infestation Pit, another important tech building. And LoweLy's trying to go for a counterattack, but there's Marines and Mars defending, so SeleCT should be okay. The bottom left, of course, not really a big source of income, but slowly, LoweLy is starting to lose a lot of traction, just mining and tech everywhere as he's being picked apart here.
Yeah, he has nothing to build. The spawning pool went down. You can see the spawning pool just about to finish. There it goes. Finally can make Zerglings, but they're completely useless. At this point, SeleCT is just cleaning up everything. Actually, these Ultras doing a good amount of damage, but still, I mean, what does LoweLy have left? I mean, this army is just so good.
Yeah, I mean, these Ultras are pretty much the only thing LoweLy has really to put on pressure. SeleCT, he's doing a fantastic job. Siege tanks, again, on the high ground. The third is pretty much one of the only last places LoweLy has income whatsoever. He's evacuating his drones, but SeleCT, again, able to really stabilize back at home, so he should be able to pick up from here where he left off, while he's still got ability to pressure Zerg.
I think LoweLy needs a lesson from Cats right now, because he needs to get those Overlords and drop in some Ultras. That's what we need right now, man. I like the positioning of SeleCT. Things have just quieted down a little bit, but you know, SeleCT basically can say, I'm doing nothing but defending. And my macro should be able to kick in. As soon as I hit 200, I will hit it before you. I'll be able to roll your army really easily.
Yeah, and he's got enough to defend, really. He saved a lot of tanks, again, with that big drop and really prioritized their safety. He's also moving out, trying to see if he can take a fourth, as there is a burrowed Ling, but for the most part, SeleCT is really comfortable right now to try to even expand at this point.
Yeah, he feels super comfortable because his opponent is barely mining. A big problem, of course.
Income tab, man.
Let's check it out. 560
per minute.
That's not good.
And SeleCT, again, that tank in position has just been trying to pick off some drones and trying to long distance mine.
Uh-oh.
The scan does see the Ultra List. This is probably LoweLy's last attempt here against the Terran army. The Marines and Martyrs kiting SeleCT with very good micro here, but the tanks are all clumped up. That's exactly what LoweLy wants. A fungal on the rest of the units. SeleCT does stim though. A lot of Marines and Martyrs are low as well, but LoweLy falling just short. SeleCT taking a very decisive lead in terms of supply, and that was a lot of LoweLy's last offenses.
And that looks to be it. LoweLy really doesn't have much left. He's going to try to do as much as possible with these few amounts of Zerglings, but he doesn't have Infestors, those cost-efficient units. He needs something like that, maybe even Ultras, but let's be honest, Ultras aren't the most cost-efficient units. The third and the fourth, it looks like he's going to lose those as well. In the meantime, these Zerglings are going to get mutilated.
Yeah, and you see SeleCT again starting to go expansion hunting, realizing that that is pretty much LoweLy's last hope, as he is pretty much mined out at his natural, now down to pretty much no income whatsoever, forced to re-expand in his main. Bottom left base should get cleaned up as well. LoweLy running out of options.
Yep, and it's only a matter of time before SeleCT really secures everything and makes it clear to LoweLy, you're not winning this game. I'm taking it. I'm going to take it, the second game, because LoweLy, he has, right now, it's just long distance. He's down to 200 minerals per minute. And how the heck did he get 5 Ultra?
He had a huge bank still.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
so he's been able to squeeze out Ultras.
1,500 minerals, that's a lot.
I mean, Ultras just by themselves against a Terran army with no real support. He's got some Lings. He's got 9, but he's not really able to really confront the Terran army yet. I mean, I love this. SeleCT is playing very safe at the same time, very comprehensive, making sure to secure his expansion while setting up a defense and still pressuring Zerg.
You can see it looks like LoweLy might try to do his Infestor shenanigans, but with only 2 infested Terrans, I don't think he will be able to do much. A drop in the top is just going to clear out anything, if anything, but of course there's nothing there. And it looks like SeleCT is just saying, well, where are your bases? Why are you still here? And he's just making sure that his opponent has no way of coming back into this until he actually masses up for the win.
And yeah, SeleCT just dropping again, multiple places. Not even really dropping, just moving around the map wherever he pleases. He has a force in the main as well, stimming. And LoweLy, the last form of income, once again, is under fire as SeleCT goes up in supply, 164 to 74, dropping the main and the natural. This is vintage SeleCT, as LoweLy, his Ultras are going into a small little choke, as SeleCT really, really pushing out this win here.
Yeah, the Ultras are just staying idle here. It feels like they're almost trapped. Not the best SimCity. You can see the Ultras are just going around in circles. They can't do anything. 5 Ultras out on the field. There it is. GG, ladies and gentlemen. SeleCT is going to take it.
Game number 2, he ties it up. And
great play.
It was great play. So SeleCT finally being able to execute his game plan. I guess that sound fix really did help him.
Yeah. I'm glad the game played out exactly how I said it was in the beginning. I was like, so perfect. Like, oh, man, drops in
smart,
the corners,
man.
The fourth. I mean, everything went my way. And, of course, it went SeleCT's way. Of course, that was a tough map for Zerg. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
they do have to do these builds that require a little more aggression. But I have to say, the early Zerglings, that did not help LoweLy at all. Losing all those Zerglings in the beginning, I said it, you need to make sure you can do a little bit of pressure as they're taking their third. If you're not doing that, then Terran can get a very good positional advantage as they creep towards that center.
Yeah, so SeleCT does tie up the series with very good play. We'll find out who's going to win in the ace match between SeleCT versus LoweLy. Thank you so much to iBuyPower, the people responsible for providing a lot of electricity and as well as power hardware to NASL. Thank you so much for making this game and series possible. We'll be back after a commercial. Don't go anywhere. The ace match between SeleCT and LoweLy coming up next.
Boom.